Have you ever had the experience where just listening to somebody else talk is absolutely draining? You might have also noticed that it's much easier for people to talk rather than pay attention. When we listen, we pay attention. And I would argue that our attention and our energy is one of the most sought after commodities on the planet. So when a person is listening, they're actually directing their attention and energy towards the person speaking, or even the idea that's being spoken about. You'll notice when you're listening to someone who can just talk on and on and on about anything and doesn't let you get a word in, you'll feel absolutely exhausted after that interaction. That's because talking and having an interaction with someone is a form of an energetic exchange. The person who listens pays attention with their energy, while the person who is talking receives all the energy from whoever may be listening. You'll notice with trolls and haters and people who just want to take a stab at you will try to throw a hook of energy to try to capture your attention, to get you to respond because they're craving some of your energy, subconsciously or maybe deliberately. For anyone who has spoken in front of a large audience, you'll notice that if everyone is really engaged with the speaker, that speaker will leave the stage feeling amped up and energized because everyone was focusing their attention and directing their energy towards the speaker. When you're having an interaction with someone who desperately needs energy, it will become very obvious because you'll notice that when you're speaking and asking them questions and what have you, they will not be paying attention to what you're saying. They'll start multitasking. They will start doing other things. They'll say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I zoned out." Or they will cut you off a lot while you're speaking. They'll say, "Oh, da-da-da-da-da. Oh." They will often just interrupt you because they are desperate to get energy and they are desperate to get attention. A lot of the time, whether they know it or not, they really don't have any energy to give. They are invested in that conversation solely for the purpose of receiving energy. Now, majority of the time, this is subconscious and no fault of their own. They don't even know that they're doing this. So for the people who are attention seekers and attention junkies, so to speak, those people are disconnected from the natural source of energy. They are so disconnected that the only way that they know to receive energy is by constantly seeking attention, by having all eyes and ears on them. And you'll notice when you are speaking to an attention junkie that they might be really ramped up and talking about something and just putting on a show. And let's say you start zoning out and thinking about something else, but you may be still looking at them. They will say, "Are you listening to me? Are you paying attention to what I'm saying?" Because they don't feel that energetic exchange. They can feel that you're not listening because they're not receiving your energy. Some people are in such a desperate need for energy that they will interrupt you in conversation again and again and again because they really do need energy. And that's the only way that they know how to get it. They are so desperate for energy because they're not receiving it from their own inspiration. They're not receiving it from source. They're not receiving it from being out in nature or what have you. So if you are in an interaction with one of these people, just keep that in mind and just be patient and maybe suggest some options to them to help them charge up their energetic field.